Hi friends, it's your buddy Matt, the Global Ergonomist here for Everyday Ergo. Here in the neighborhood, the North Florida woods, and we're walking with Buck. He's out here alongside me. You can probably, there he is, there's old Bucky boy. And I've been getting a lot of questions about lean ergonomics, lean continuous improvement as it applies to ergonomics. And I thought I'd share a story because I'm a big fan. This has to do with my work as an on-site physical therapist and ergonomist for a big, dirty, dangerous paper mill about 40 miles west of where we are right here. There were 1,300 employees, there were 200 job titles, and they brought me on to be a source for physical demand analysis. That is a higher form of ergonomics where you study and gather information on a person's job title. 200 job titles, 1,300 employees. So it was a great opportunity. It was supposed to be a contract for 1 to 2 years for 10 to 20 hours a week. But immediately when I got there on site, I was stopped by the 4 unions who said, "Hey pal, last time someone asked the kind of questions you asked, jobs were lost." So I backed away slowly. I consulted with senior leadership, and they said, yeah, actually we did have an engineering group come through here a few years ago and streamline our processes. We used to have 1,700 employees. Well, I thought, great, because the unions have locked me out. They're not going to talk with me, so I can't really help here. And I went back to my office and consulted all my manuals from all the different ergonomics training I'd done over the years, and there was nothing that addressed this. So I was on my own until I remembered my enthusiasm for lean continuous improvement. And I opened up my lean book, and staring me in the face was the tool I could use, and that was called the Deming Cycle, the plan, do, check, and adjust continuous quality improvement model. So if you remember the Deming Cycle, there's a lower left-hand quadrant, that's the plan. There's an upper left-hand quadrant, that's the do. There's the upper right-hand quadrant, that's the check, and there's the lower right-hand quadrant, that's the adjust. So I looked at the PDA process, the physical demand analysis process, and realized that the physical demand analysis itself was the plan. From there, we could do in the upper left-hand quadrant, and that would be a post-offer employment test. Then we could apply the same test as the check, and that's the fit for duty test, someone who's returning to work after being on leave, or a surge hire. And then finally, the adjust, well, that's using the same test as a return to work tool for rehab, which we found compressed lost time. So we were able to take that model. I took that model to the 4 unions and explained, nobody's here to take your jobs, we're here to preserve your jobs. And the POET, post-offer employment test, fit for duty test, return to work test, you have my word, will never be used against you. It's to coach you up, to see the gap. It's gap analysis. So we look at the gaps between the job demands and what someone needs, and then we close that gap by reasonable accommodations and improving the workplace ergonomically, and then also coaching up the workforce. So that's my own experience. And oh, by the way, once I showed this to the unions, they're the ones who said, we'd like this guy here full time. And senior leadership asked me, would you like to be here full time? And I was like, sure. And what was supposed to be 10 to 20 hours a week for 1 to 2 years became full time for 6 years, 12,000 hours. And that, I can tell you, was my laboratory, my classroom, and my playground, being at that paper plant. So I hope you find this interesting. And if you want to learn more, feel free to reach out to us here at Everyday Ergo. And until next time, get outside and play, do good work, and always ask yourself, what are you working on today? Okay? See you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.